Xin Chao. Hey, how are ya? Alright, in this video today, we are going to talk about the current housing market in Saigon. Apartments, they are going absolutely insane right now. Like, you wouldn't even believe this shit, bro, for real. Hold on, let me have you observe. That's what we get out of here. Just wait me. Oh, the greens look good. Cut me off at all corners. I walked a long way, but as I was saying, rent right now is going absolutely bananas in Saigon. It's going like not just a little high, it's like, honest to God, skyrocketing through the whole like ecosphere of everywhere. As we talked about in like what the current budget of this place is, as I was telling you guys, it's like, you know, creeping up to 15 million for my same apartment furniture. And there she's even going higher than that. She's trying 16, 17 at this place. And the amount of lying they're doing out here is wild. Like I said in the video. But if you don't lock down an apartment like right now in the next year, you're gonna have a 10% increase already starting at like a 1,300. It's literally mirroring. It's not just doing, it's mirroring the LA housing market when it exploded in like 2000, I'd say 2002, 2005 to 2008ish. It's literally jumping up in these exponentially crazily large numbers. I mean, I'll start breaking down prices for you right now, but an Opera one bedroom, one bath, they're trying to get 32 to 35 million for it, which is like 12 to 1,300 bucks, 1250 to 1,300 USD. I mean, the two bedroom, they're trying to get 42, 41, 40. They're starting at 40 though. Let me do the conversion on 42 million right now today. You'll laugh at that one. I think it's 1,500. That's $1,598. So that's $1,600. They're at 42 million. But is 1,600 a bad price? It's starting to be like, if you can find a highly desirable apartment around 32 to 35 to 38, you're in good shape. How long is that going to last in a good area? It's not long. There's not a lot of inventory. They built all these weird high-end things. Like, I had no idea Lancaster Legacy, that really nice like new one that's kind of like the Mark they built over in District 1. It's like the same prices as the Mark, but higher. And is it truly worth it? No, it's basic everything. It has like the shittiest layout. I can already tell. It's like the Zeit. It has like a really poor layout. Like, it's cheaper finishes and stuff too. Like, you've only got a few products with like the proper high-end finish that it should have to match the price. And that's like the Opera and the Crest and the Galleria. You literally got like 3 buildings total right now that kind of actually cover what they're supposed to be doing. And personally, I don't like the saltwater pool, so the Galleria, and the Galleria is kind of cheap and overpriced. So really in Phu you got 2 areas. It's kind of crazy. So that's why those apartment buildings like became so popular. You know, things I don't know happen for a reason, but I was in a situation where I couldn't stay at mine, and I looked at it as a super high price when I left at 32 million, but you know, I wish we could have held on to that joint. It's unfortunate. I made so many poor choices that led us to being way out here. You know, I'm a destroyer of my own career. I'm hungry. I'm trying to eat healthier. Man, it's so much harder. Like, getting your body shifting off the junk food. It takes weeks before your body's like not craving it. It's wild. So, rent is quickly shifting for a 2-bedroom apartment for a medium price in a new good spot that matches the amenities for the price good everything at around low end 1,000 up to like 14, 15, 16, 17, $1,800, which used to only exist with these like super niche District 3, like these bullshit drove up things. But no one's renting the Grand Marina ones because those like look dated when you walk around. The insides don't even look nice. People are renting the shit out of the Opera though. There's inventory there though, and Empire City has inventory too. So there's places that have inventory, but Empire City's the more affordable of all of them. And that thing won't be banging and hitting until that bridge is done. Which, how long is that bridge going to take to get done? Another year, 2 years? One of the moves is still to go to the Opera. But I don't really want to go back there. I want to go somewhere new anyways. I like to walk into the downtown area, but you can make changes if have to. For me, District 7's not viable. But that's expensive too. Like, all those buildings ain't cheap either. They're 28 to 32 million for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. And like a newer, desirable building. The older ones are cheaper. Only like shit that's way out of the way is kind of a little cheaper, but that's even coming up on price. This stupid area is driving up the price too, because people are moving here. So then it drives up the closer areas. You know what I'm saying? So people moving out here in droves, and this being popular is actually driving up the price inside of Saigon. But, a lot of people move from here to District 7. For me, that's too far. I don't have interest in just hanging out in District 7. I'll say it, and I'll always say it. This is why I'm one of the kings of housing and advising. You are relegated to the area that you live in, unless you're some kind of gangster that is like determined to go to like really prove everyone wrong and go out and like go an hour and commute each way. Simply, if you can't afford it, I think there's better, more available options than out here. But I think the rent is going to increase, according to my calculations, at some places 20% per year in the next 5 years coming. So some of these places that were kind of affordable are never going to be affordable again. I don't know how long it's going to sharply increase, but as indicated by people legitimately moving into them, it's very disconcerting. We're going to get a very close look at Lancaster Legacy and a lot of these apartments. We're going to take a look at Lumeri. The agents I had over there sucked. We're going to take a look at the nicer stuff that's viable for long term. I don't really offer much for people that are trying to do super cheap shit. So like, if you're trying to get apartments for under 25 million, I can't help you really that much unless you're trying to move out here. And I don't particularly like the lady that rented me the place, so I don't really want to give her any business. And it's so not worth it. Like, I get 9 million. I guess if you want it out here, I could quickly connect you and get you an apartment rented very quick. Even though she wasn't my favorite, she gets shit done still. So I mean, there's always kind of somewhere new to discover here, but how long is it going to be where I walk around these little coves and keep finding shit to do? It would just be nicer too. The biggest thing is the air quality is just not good here. It matches the interior of Saigon, so there's no benefit of sweet pollution relief, which is very unfortunate. You would really want that. As far as renting a house, they're pretty expensive too. 25, 35 million. There's a lot of different listings of like penthouses, nicer, in 6th floor, 7th floor traditional Vietnamese apartment buildings. Those are going to be loud, man. You have to literally be on the top floor, but there's some cool properties that we'll look at. And those are not even cheap, guys. Those are in the neighborhood of, you know, 30, 32, 34, 28, 26. I mean, it starts to get a lot better when you start to get towards 1,000, but the days of even, I haven't looked at Millennium, but it was so walked out, like last time I was there, I really wouldn't want to live there. Like the Millennium was pretty heavily hit, but I think 20 million for that, 23, and that place is old and has problems. You know, I want to try to look at unique properties there, like top floors. Those buildings all allow dogs now. They must have figured out it was really bad business to not have dogs. Once Vinhome Golden River does that, which I think they will eventually, they'll have big business there. Every building here allows dog. They just make you take the back thing, but none of them have it set up correctly. It's all just like an escape door with no re-entry. And they're like, carry your dogs when you walk in. And nobody does it because it's like very impractical. Oh, so there's regular land over there. But there's a lot of different options. This is the pricing for Saigon. As I said, we're going to do pricing for all the different cities. I don't even have to go to Da Nang and Nha Trang. We're just going to look at all the listings, get the prices, and then I'll contact the agent. I'll have her send me videos, and we'll just do a lot of it virtually. And then when we go, we'll actually look at it. We'll probably go to Nha Trang first. I don't really care that much about Da Nang. I just want to show people that they're kind of wrong about it. But that's for them to find out. I think if you really want a beach city, it's for you. These buildings are way better, the route to go. We haven't really looked in these, but there's less people at these. The pools are less overrun. The gyms are less overrun. Well, there's only one gym. I don't know what person cooked this up, but they, instead of where the gym should be in every building like they are everywhere else on all the other Vinhome products in Saigon, somebody got it in their genius head that only one building's gonna have like the gym that every tower should have. So like they're all in this circle, and then they put one pool for all of them too. Like this is way too many people to facilitate. But thankfully these ones here are pretty okay. I'll show you as we go around here. So I think we really covered the part about how the rent's going up. Now for a 1-bedroom, let's just hit the 1-bedroom now. And for the people, for the price comparisons, I'll try to remember to edit in the thing. It's so much easier to edit videos. Everything's shot on this phone. I love using this product for all the YouTube videos now. So the 1-bedrooms, they're so just a little cheaper. It's like, why even look at them for me? But they're 25 to 32. 32 to 35 for some highly desirable ones. Like the Zeit doesn't allow any pets, so I'm not going to go there. Even though the lady says you can. On their thing, they say no. So you never do those buildings where all the agents say, yeah, you can, and then you can't. They say that at Golden River, too. Like, if you ask an agent, she'll be like, yeah, everybody else has one. And then you'll find out once you move there that that's just not true. So remember that. Vinhome's Golden River is a no-pet policy, currently still right now. 0 pets. And they will fuck with you if they catch you. So the Vietnamese, like, love their rules. They love them. Even though you can pay to get out of all of them, they love them. I think for that reason. So it took me a while to figure that out. You know? Allegedly, whatever. But that's how a lot of these go. Like, there's such this wasted, like this one's probably the same, these BE7s, the Beverleys. These are supposed to be the nicer ones. These are the first ones I looked at. There's a lot more empties here. They stick all the same people in the same thing. I want to make a video about the Russians. So I'm going to talk about the Russians on the Patreon. I don't want to start any trouble around here. And I know how lame my super trolls are. So I am going to talk about the Russians here in length for about 15 minutes on a video. And yeah, there's some things to be said there. That'll come out on the Patreon in the next couple days. So if you want to hit that, go ahead. If not, you don't have to at all. Not a big deal. But the 1-bedrooms are about $1,000, guys. So it's $1,000 to $1,600 right now for the desirable market. 42 million will get you in at City Garden for a nice one. So I mean, these are between fully furnished and between basic furnished. That you're gonna get a better deal. Like, you can probably get back into the Opera if you can still find units with nothing in them for 34, 35. I mean, the thing with the Opera is, I'll tell you the truth, and why I didn't like it is because of the park, the entertainment park in the front. You make good with it and you cope with it and you make it a part of the thing, but it's horribly, it's an eyesore. It looks like shit. It's got a tranny singing, if you're facing that side, every single night, the bingo game. So they're reading out numbers, a tranny is. It's not very pleasing to the ears. A lot of kids, a lot of like lower income people mixing in with higher income people. It doesn't make any sense. They should have bought the land rights in front of the building. Everything about the Opera is great. It just becomes a turd every night. The skate park kind of turdy. Like, it's cool, but like, it's super loud. It's never peaceful. It's only quiet at like 6 to 7 a.m. That's the huge problem with the Opera. It's way more quiet over at the Crest side and the Galleria side, but not anymore. Now that the Hallmark and that office opened, it's mass chaos over there too. So like, both the sides have a lot of chaos for how much you pay for them. That's my two biggest problems with that area. Why I don't particularly like, I don't want to be in a dead zone, but I don't need to be in a high area zone. You know, I think Empire Shitty's a pretty good move. They got some stupid dog rules. Like, they're like, you gotta put a muzzle on it all the time. I'm like, you want to put a muzzle on a 1 kg dog and a 3 kg dog? I'm like, have you lost your fucking mind? I'm like, what the fuck? No. So I probably wouldn't move there either. I like the Sedona and that other place that I filmed where the big flower petal is in the park. But again, pretty low inventory there. There's like one apartment that comes up every month and they're like 32, 35 too. Truly, honestly, I don't know where we're gonna move to, and I'm gonna just keep looking. Like I said, I really want to look at Lancaster Legacy and see if there's any leeway there with any empty units, but they are very basically and shittily out furnished, just like the site. Like, the developer just threw the junkiest shit in at the end. No bidet toilet, regular toilet. Like, and they're asking $35 million for a base price on a 1-bedroom and damn near $50 million for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So, just for the location, it's not that great of a location. And then we're gonna look at other unique high-rises in like District 3 and stuff that you don't often see. This area though, pretty fucking cooked for me. There's almost nothing that would bring me to, there's nothing you could do to want to make me stay here, unless it was free. If it was like free or less than $300, you know, it all adds up, like I said, now to like a lot of money because of the aircon and all that stuff. You know, if you wanted a furnished place and shit, I'm so glad we went to Hawaii and Tokyo and spent the money on that instead of buying furniture and shit here. It would have just made me stay here longer and not see the long picture. Everything I think happens for a reason sometimes, and that's one of them. It's just a shame we didn't make any money there. I thought the live streams would do better. That's why we're focusing on other stuff and make the live stream like not even a primary source of income anymore. Plus, it's so toxic. I'm done with all that. So many of the people are just so, I just don't care. People are too weird for me. I don't like the parasocialness of streaming. That's for a different video. But definitely do not rent anything like that's not Glory Heights pretty much in this area. Everything else is way, way overpopulated, and it's ran very Temu style. So these, I don't know why that lady doesn't show shit from over here. You don't see a lot of foreigners in these buildings because they just don't show them to us. You know, there's something going on with the agents too. I do not like the way that it's. You know, I know the truth. It's probably the Russian invasion that's really done a majority of the work damage out here, to be honest with you. For like for why the agents are rude and the people are slightly rude. They get frustrated quickly. They don't know English out here, so if you don't know Vietnamese, you're gonna suffer out here, dude. Like, I get around fine because I know how to get all my shit and get stuff in Viet. They don't. They have to translate or point. And look how much more quiet it is here. Infinitely better. And of course, there are apartments that are cheaper than all the things we just mentioned that are going to be like Vietnamese apartments and Vietnamese buildings that are like this. But not like this, you know, just like 6-story, 7-story, fixed up, maybe 50-year-old apartments. There's going to be a bunch of those. But I don't think I've ever truly met a person that's happy in those. A few people, you got to really be a type of person, you know, to be rocking that way. So I think that's the video, guys. Patreon's there. Thanks for watching. Stay frosty. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out, baby.